I need back to here. There we go. Awesome. All right. Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Legacy of Mythal campaign. Last week, the conversation between the heroes and faction leaders in Elturel continued through dinner at the Pair of Black Enters Tavern. It was decided that the group would travel to Baldur's Gate to await and prepare for the cult caravan. During the evening, Lady Silith magically investigated Jinx's dagger and shared with him the news that his brother was alive and well, and gave him the details of a ritual that could bring him back to this world for a short time. Then Obslin Winstrelwish arrived from Burdusk with a bag of magic items for the heroes, both as reward for their recent work and to help them in their upcoming endeavors against the cult. Lady Silith also placed an amulet around Alamir's neck to protect him from Tiamat's scrying gaze. Then she gave each of them a blessing of Bahamut that would mask the dragon stench within them for a month. But it wasn't soon enough to stop an attack during the night. An 18 green dragon spawn swarmed the tavern and surrounding streets. Hef's early warning and the vigilance of the Order of the Gauntlet helped limit the threat, and the force was quickly defeated. And with additional guards watching the inn and investigating how the dragon spawned into the city, the heroes went back to sleep. And now we rejoin the story with the sun rising and adding its light to that of Amanator's gift, and the tavern kitchen alive with the sounds and smell of breakfast preparations. And the only guest who is awake this early is Spot. So, Spot, you awake nice and bright and early, as you always do. And as you get out of bed, you hear some sounds out in the hall outside your door.
I go to the door and listen.
You hear a faint humming and a scrubbing sound, and then water sloshing, and then more scrubbing sounds.
So I hear somebody cleaning, not voices.
Yep.
Okay.
It sounds like someone's cleaning.
You remember I had planned to get up early and go down to the area to meet that one person.
Yeah, but this is very early.
Okay, this is before.
Is there anybody else in my room? And is
Nope.
it before daybreak or after?
It is. You probably would. You'd be getting up probably maybe a half hour before daybreak.
Okay. I will quietly open the door and peek out.
You see the young girl May, the younger sister, just scrubbing away on the floor, trying to minimize the amount of blood that is soaked in and dried into the wood floor.
I open the door and I go, I have a friend that can get rid of that for you really easily.
Good morning, sir. I was, yeah, that would be wonderful. Who is that?
Alamir. He should be able to press the digitation and all that away.
Oh, that's wonderful. I will. I still need to get most of it.
He's got all that magic stuff.
Just so that I don't get yelled at later. I will. Yeah.
Well, let me go see if he's awake yet, or if he, is not too feisty when I try to wake him up, and then I'll head over to Alamir's room. If he's not in my room, I don't know who is sharing a room with me.
No, you went to bed by yourself. Basically last night everyone kind of went to different rooms since they were all but one were available, and you know where Alamir is at the end of the hall. And Alamir's
room and knock lightly and be like, Alamir, wake up.
And Alamir, you would be awake, but still like doing your.
Yeah, he's in his trance usually.
Yeah. the trance would have ended, but you still need like that 8 hours of rest. So you were still, so you're awake, Alamir. You're muted too.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm awake, but I'm just not fully functioning yet.
Yep.
Just
So
like,
if
there's a nice girl out here that needs your help cleaning stuff. You got that magic go away thing, don't you?
And I'll walk out, and if I see Meg scrubbing floors and stuff like that, I mean, we helped create it. Yeah, I'll prestidigitate all of it away, make her a little easier,
And she
and
like,
then go back.
and she's like, oh, that was excellent, wonderful.
I pat him on the back and I go, see, he's the smart one around here.
Less work for you means you can make more of those delicious, and then insert whatever was the best breakfast thing possible,
Or at least deliver them.
or at least deliver them. Yes.
Yeah. And so then she goes running downstairs.
And
Her-
saying
with
she's
her
done,
bucket.
and they're like, "No, you're not. Stop lying."
All right. Spot, normally when you get up,
I usually go out and sit for the dawn and do my meditation in the morning and that.
usually Smock and Hef and maybe an Alamir and sometimes the others get up kind of with you around that time, but none of them seem to be getting up as early this morning. So you go out. You can go out into the yard, into the courtyard, where the training is done, and you can do your meditation and morning calisthenics. And by the time you're done, the rest of the inn begins to awaken. Gaelic gets up and goes downstairs. So Luna, did you immediately want to go down and?
Knowing that we're probably going to leave fairly early, or we might, depending on how things change from last night, my priority would be, if somebody's down there, I'll greet them and say I'll be back in a little bit. Unless they stop me for something, I'll head down to the park grove.
All right.
As soon as Jinx wakes up and he comes down, I go, so does this sash look better around my waist? Has a bandana, armband? What looks good? He's just laughing at me. He's like, whatever. And I turn around and walk away.
Oh, no, Spot. Here. I go up to him, I take the sash, and I put it around him, and I tie a little bow behind his back, right around his, right on his waist, so he's a little bow right above his butt.
Which I don't
I'm
see
like-
because it's behind me.
Perfect. I think it looks great around your sash, or around your waist.
Thanks.
So while everyone gets up and goes down, and the early morning drinks are available and being served, there's a small handful, a few of the Order of the Gauntlet who walk in and nod and take seats. Okay. Let's get to the right layer here, and not a whole lot of them, just a few. Well,
So
they'll grab some tables.
Would I have seen everybody down here when I came down, or did I come down before they got down?
You would have at least probably seen Alamir and Spot.
I'd at least say good morning and tell them I was going to go check on some, but see if they need me hang around for anything real quick first.
We're just waiting for the insert Danish that Alamir requested for cleaning.
Save me a few.
And they do come out. Milanda will come out with them and begin putting out the brews and such. So Luna, let's take care of your excursion. So
Okay.
you head out into the city, travel to the garden, and in the center of the garden where you had gone before. And when you get there, you immediately see tending some bushes and some of the various flower gardens. Golgil Coldwood, the person that you had described to you that you were told is the groundskeeper.
Yes.
And as you approach, he looks up. Hello. By the looks of you, and I assume you, as you are keeping your leaf in plain sight.
I'd keep it in place where it's not noticeable, but someone of our would notice it, where it's partially
Okay.
protruding out. But yes,
You
somebody like us would notice it. Is he
you
over by
clearly,
where I left the message?
yep, you clearly see his leaf showing on his lapel, and he nods to you. I assume you would be Luna.
I am.
Welcome, Luna. I've heard somewhat of your travels and times lately. I am Autumn Weaver, Goldgill Coldwood. How may I be of assistance?
I thought I'd at least stop in since I found another of our kind here. You don't always find us in cities, so I was happy to see another of my kind here and at least say hi and see how you're doing and make acquaintances and see if there's any things that we need to help each other or pass information on.
Of course, I have not had a full update yet from the other orders. I was hoping to spend some time later this afternoon, but perhaps you could give me firsthand information and let me know what has transpired as of late.
So I would go ahead and go through and give him everything that he asked for and throw some extra frills in there as things I might know that I might think he might find of interest.
So you're telling the stories. He knows the stories back to, he basically everything up to through the first excursion to the camp. It's only your excursions into the cave and since then that he hadn't heard about. When you get to the part where you talk about the dragon eggs, the black dragon eggs, you see his eyes furrow and he just he nods, but it's very clear that the look on his face is one of concern and unhappiness, maybe disappointment. And he lets you continue.
I would stop and ask him, I noticed a change in emotion. What was it about the dragon eggs?
And just we are protectors of the natural order. Good and evil is simply a matter of balance.
Yes.
Dragons, evil or good, are part of that balance. Killing unborn dragons goes against the natural order. It's not exactly. That is not something that sits well with me, and I assume won't with others of our order as well.
I was not able to get down there in time to stop the hatching. One side was trying to hatch them prematurely, and then, of course, our I guess you'd call him a brute. He got down there and he cracked them, killing them.
It is understandable. Just perhaps you can, if situations arise in the future, it would be appropriate and of greater wisdom to simply let those dragons grow up as they would normally. They pose no threat at this time.
The other thought is, are they safer growing up here, or I might have thought about, seeing if we get them transported back to a home where they would be
Wherever they are found
better
is
balanced.
where they are meant to be. Normally,
Okay.
if you find ones that have been moved from their original place, then I would suggest the best thing would be to try to find where they came from and take them back.
And that was part of the idea. I think they was moved there by the leaders to hatch them and then use them to their will, where the dragons might not had freedom.
Mm.
If that makes sense.
Possibly.
I could be
And
wrong.
historically, the cult simply were temporary guardians of such things, and unless their parent is dead, or I guess either the parent would be dead, or either because they were killed by other parties, or perhaps they didn't survive the ritual to become a Dracolich, a Draco, or if they succeed in becoming a Dracolich, sometimes that changes their view on the living, and they no longer have interest in their offspring. But other than those situations, usually the cult would take the eggs safely back to the parent to be raised.
If I remember correctly, there was no way a parent dragon could get down in there where the eggs are at, right?
No, but that doesn't mean they couldn't be,
Yeah.
moved, or the dragons couldn't leave and go somewhere.
Yeah. Point well taken.
And then you continue on, you tell the rest of your story. He is, of course, very concerned when you get to the part about the attacks from the dragon spawn. And that is well noted by him. And that finishes the updates, and he nods. Excellent. That is a lot. I must relay back to those on the Isle. Let them know what is going on. Thank you for coming and seeing me in person.
And hopefully the blessing of words brings prosper to this great garden.
Thank you, my son. May the mother and the forces of nature be with you and guide you on your journey.
Thank you. Is there any other things I might consider while we face these interactions with the dragon and the cults as they go through pillaging?
Beyond the innocence, so to speak, of the very young and the eggs themselves and any wormlings you find, I would say no. Like these any of the older dragons and creatures that are working together towards the higher aims of the cult and its leaders are working to cause a great imbalance in the natural order,
And that's my concern, because they normally don't work together.
That and bringing a creature such as Tiamat into this world would devastate the balance. It would possibly be unrecoverable.
Who knows? Maybe someday I might get the opportunity and blessings to help raise a baby dragon to return to its natural order.
Possibly, when your current tasks are done, that is something you should talk about with your guardian, with your mentors.
Is there anything? I tell him where we think we're heading forward, and I ask him if there are any others there that I might seek out as our plan travels that I know of them now.
There are many throughout the wilds, but they are. It is happen chance that you would run into them. If you end up well, there are none of our order that stay in Baldur's Gate. If you head north of there, you could find some of ours around Daggerford and Waterdeep for certain.
Yeah.
He says if you, in fact, when in either of those two places, you may find one of our order. Roll a D100 for me, if you would, Luna.
Okay. Oh, come on, it should go. There we go.
Very good.
There's some reason there's a delay. So Waterdeep, and what was the other name?
Daggerford.
Okay.
There is one. There's one who travels in that region by the name of Phelan Leaf.
Awesome. Read my mind. I'm putting it in my notes. Is there any messages you'd like me to forward to him if I should?
If
run
for
across?
some reason he has not heard what is going on, simply relay what you have told me and whatever has transpired between now and then to him.
Thank you for your guidance. And
yep. And he bids you good travels and goes back to gardening.
Yep. I go back to get a tasty dinner
Or breakfast.
or breakfast.
All right. So breakfast happening.
Ashley walks in, we all get up ready to leave.
What's that? Yeah.
Ashley, then we all get up ready to leave.
And at about the time that, so let's go. All of them.
Missing someone.
Not him. So we're gonna grab them.
Luna, we're picking up a lot of people coughing in the back, just so you know.
Wife is coughing, but yeah, had my mic muted.
I think it's picking up a different mic because it
It's
doesn't
picking up
sound
from
like
your camera
headset
mic.
Yep.
Okay, let me go mute it. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So, right, just before Luna gets back, you see a bunch of the order begin to kind of trickle their way into the tavern, and with them, about halfway through, is Anthar, who comes over, and make a room for him. He sits down, and with him is Silith. So they have a seat.
You guys let me know what happens because I'm not there, I guess.
Oh, no, you would be there.
I don't have a token right now, so
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you don't?
It's down.
Yeah, you do.
we have to scroll down a little bit.
Sure you do.
Yeah, your token's been there the whole time. Here you go.
Zoom out. Zoom out. Yeah.
You were still in bed.
You were,
It was right here.
yeah, you were right here. I wonder what was going on, why you weren't moving stuff around. Sorry about that.
I want to know why all these guys are chilling out outside.
They're coming in. They're
they're all piling in.
Look, they're suspect.
So, yeah. So they all come in. They're
Janusing
eating.
in.
So here, I don't know why that. So Anthar, Silith sit down. Yeah, let's make some room. They make some room, plenty of room for a spot. Well, I hope everyone is well rested from last night.
Besides that, late night gathering we had.
Yeah, a little bit of early morning exercise. And Scylla says, well, the mages and the guards were able to track the dragon spawn to to the sewers, into one of the well-hidden storm grates that drain into the river on the southeast corner of the Dragon Eye docks. Yes, Jinx?
Oh, I just, sat in the middle of the table as she said the sewers. I was like, called it.
Yes, so we have ensured that they cannot get in that way again. So you are safe while you stay here, but Anthar tells me that you are thinking of spending your time before the raiding caravan makes it to Baldur's Gate, in Baldur's Gate, to take advantage of all the resources that you can find there.
Our leader is eating.
looking up from the bowl of delicious bean soup or pastry, whatever Almar's eating. He just looks and goes, "Yep."
Well, that sounds like a very good plan.
Now, who of us has been to Baldur's Gate, or is that such a big hub? Everybody's been there.
Well, you for sure. You, and I would say that you And so Alamir and Jinx for sure. Beyond
Mainly
that,
with the travels.
it's not a place that Luna would ever have had to go to in his travels.
Okay.
You would have gone to Waterdeep, but Baldur's Gate is not a place that you would have learned anything. However, I say that you probably briefly passed through Baldur's Gate, getting a ship to, taking a ship to
Bathe.
Cholt,
Okay.
to the
sure.
jungles in the south.
Now, if I hung around a little bit in Waterdeep, is there a chance that I might have met or heard of this Fallon Leaf?
No, this is a name you have not heard before.
Okay.
Reason I was asking was to say to Anthar, is there anything you need us to do while we're in Baldur's Gate or visit anyone? Because I know I'm going to be busy with my studies for the time we have there. But
Or carry messages?
He says, well, what I know is that if you're looking to join whatever caravan is put together, that is to take the stolen goods further north, I have a contact there who can help you. His name is Akin Celeban, and he is he owns Celeban's Cartery in the Blackgate district in the outer city. And he does not hire people for the caravans, but he knows all the people who do and can make introductions and put in a good word for you.
any chance I know this guy from a merchant side?
Yeah, make a merchant roll.
Yeah, it's down here.
Yeah. Oh, all the other ones on the bottom.
Nope, I know crap.
Yeah. You're familiar with that area, but Akin himself is not someone that you've worked with personally.
Gotcha.
Although aside from Akin, I'm sure you would have no problems finding people and using your own resources, your family name to get introductions as well.
Okay.
So, when are you all planning on leaving?
As far as I know, as soon as after breakfast, we are going to pack up and move out.
Yep.
Unless anybody else has anything to do here.
I've got my main thing done for the morning, so
We have to get out before Smock decides to get a little thievery-ish.
So he goes, well, do you already have a means of transportation, or can I offer one?
For away.
We have we're always up, always listening to offers of assistance.
He turns in his chair and he goes, Axathena, over here, if you would, please. And one of the order, this very tall Chilton woman, stands up and walks over and stands on the corner of the table. He goes, this is Axathena. She captains one of the river boats that has been traveling up and down the river for a good part of the last 12 or so years. She could take you and get you there within about 3 days.
will we be able to take our horses on this pleasure craft?
Axathena says, yeah, you can. They'll fit. They're going to be a little cramped down in the hold, but I guess there's six horses. Yeah, we can do that.
Smock has a small pony, though.
It's a horse and a half.
Yeah, won't be the first time. It just a matter of distributing the weight.
Okay. I would be happy to help with that.
Very good. So when are you planning on leaving? Would you be ready, say, in about an hour?
Sounds good.
Yes.
Very good. Well, and I shall go and make preparations. And she gives you the berth number and the name of the boat. Which anyone have a good name for a boat that of a captain of the order?
Jenny.
Very good. The Jenny, of course.
Yes. Bahamut will guide us on our journey.
Stout Jenny.
Yep. But Bahamut will preserve us. Bahamut is all good. And 10 minutes later, everybody has 7 temporary hit points.
Excellent.
I can just see you with just beads, doing your Bloody Mary beads.
So she walks out. She walks by, grabs a couple, grabs like a piece of bread and mops up a little bit left of like her stew, eats it, finishes her ale, and then walks out the door.
By chance, you remember when we came in town and I had those specimens? Do I notice any of those people in the crowd?
Well, yeah, because you had given them to, hadn't you given them to Rosvask?
He took me over. He took me over to give them to some
the other
people.
Yeah, they're here.
Yeah.
The two that took them are here. I think they're over here.
Yeah, I'd go over after everybody's done talking. I'll come over and talk with him a few minutes.
Okay.
Basically, all I'm looking at is give feedback on how I harvest the material and if there's better techniques and stuff I may want to look at or tools I should think about getting. So I'm just trying to improve those skill sets.
The people you gave them to were just delivering them, and they really, other than like one of them probably has basic skinning skills for wild game, but that's not really going to help you anymore. That's knowledge you already have.
Okay. So I'm not going to worry about it then.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I will hit the some of the staff up to see if they have any fruits that may not be proper for serving here that they were thinking about going out or giving pigs. Something that would be consumable by horses. Maybe a little bit of bread and molasses or something as treats when we do go on the ship.
Yep, not a problem. Actually, so NA will gather some stuff up and put it together for you. Not a problem. And when you and just like you know exactly where you could find people with expertise and the tools that you would need, and that's in Hill's Edge.
Yes. I'm just trying to improve that so I can help others get better knowledge when needed.
Yep.
And last question before we head out. I suddenly have the amulet against detection location. Is that for Tiamat to try and block that? Because it's attuned to me. Okay. I thought making sure it's a necklace because before I thought it was just a thing placed on us. Okay.
No, the blessing that was traced into your forehead was to mask the dragon stench.
Okay, but the amulets to block the actual.
Yeah,
Right.
it takes an actual, magic item focused on creating.
That's understood.
Yeah,
That just goes against my plan of attuned items. Thanks.
Well,
You're fired.
If it makes you feel better,
We can just take it off. It's okay. T-Mac can know.
You probably aren't going to have to worry about that forever.
For much longer? Okay. For much longer? Got it. Continuing on.
At the point where you want a slot, you're probably going to not have to worry about wearing it or something.
Aye.
So, anything else before you guys leave?
Yes, I would talk to Anthar Froome, and I would say I appreciate being a part of the order. If he has any messages he'd like me to deliver or any packages to deliver to his counterpart on Baldur's Gate, and or if he wants information on the goings-ons of Tiamat, who should I trust to deliver a message to him? Because I'm very concerned about the rise of Tiamat, whatever.
Tiamat,
evil.
Yes.
Let's call it evil.
So, so there definitely is. There is a contingency of the order in Baldur's Gate. You're given the name Garena Allendale. Oops. No. What the heck was that? All of a sudden, I'm trying to type in that it says restrict token movement. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Here we go. That is it right there. So there's no hurry, no rush, but at some point in your travels, and he tells you that if Garena is in the city, you'll be able to find him or make contact with him through the people at one of the taverns in the city.
Okay.
Let me get that for you. In the lower city. So it is going to be not that one. So it's going to be, actually it's not a tavern. It is a restaurant called the Splurging Sturgeon.
Splurging Sturgeon. Got it.
You'll find it in West Heapside, which is one of the districts in the lower city.
Heap or heat?
Heap. Heap. Heapside.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
No, I just give Anthar the Order of the Gauntlet salute and on my way in a very militant manner.
Of course. All right. And then you all head out, gather your stuff, and make your way down to the docks. So down in the Dragon Eye docks to the south, you find the berth for the Jenny. And there you find Captain Axathena waiting for you with looks like she has six sailors that help her on the ship. So you're shown quarters below decks in in the aft section in the back. Can set yourself up.
Oh, hammock. How nice.
No, I'm sorry. Aft, stern. Stern is the back. Aft is the front because it's alphabetical order. That's how I remember. Aft and stern, port and starboard. It's always alphabetical. So, yeah.
Bow and stern.
Thank you.
I was gonna say aft and stern is the same.
Yeah,
Sounds
aft
like
and stern
it
is
sounds
the
like a
same.
person's name in New York.
I knew it didn't sound right.
Aft and stern.
What's sad is it's of course it's been, my God, I don't even want to think, let alone say how many years. But I used to sail.
I'm just saying, I was in the Navy. I should have known that like right away. I mean,
Yeah,
it sounded
okay.
wrong, so it's okay.
it's okay.
Good thing I corrected it. Yeah, we'll go.
So, and you take off down the Chianthar River.
When it's appropriate, I'll go down and feed the horses treats.
Yep.
Treating mine because she doesn't kick me when I turn into something else.
Of course. You want to make actually? Why don't you go ahead and make an animal handling check? Given the fact that no, I would give you with advantage, except for the fact that she's in the hull of a riverboat. So
She's probably spooked a little bit, and that's all I'm trying to do is try and make it easier.
Oh,
she's really spooked.
Yeah, no, she wants nothing to do with it. Like, you leave stuff there for her, but other than that, she doesn't want anything to do with you or anything else. Very uncomfortable not being able to see and having her world move around her.
Totally understand. That's why I grabbed the treats to see if none of the horses eat them. I'll gather them up for later when we get off the boat as a reward for putting up with it.
Did you walk up to the horse and just smack it?
Oh yes, and she
I
loves
love
it when
you.
I smack her.
And I'm sorry, Jinx, I didn't see your note. So yes, and Silith hugs you back and whispers in your ear, "Blessings of Timorum go with you."
Somebody chooses the good God.
So, yeah, and so you're traveling down the river with the rolling grasslands on either side. You have, so it's a 3 days journey. It's really to look at the map, get a clear sense of where you're going, heading down the river Chianthar to Baldur's Gate. So you'll have the Wood of Sharp Teeth to the south of you, starting late the first day. Other than that, it's just nice, clear travel. There are some other boats on the river. So when you start off, you see one far up ahead of you, a smaller boat that's going down the river pretty quickly. It's going to outdistance you. And you see a couple more slowly making their way upriver. And the weather is clear and nice and warm with a light breeze. It's a beautiful first day. And it goes uneventfully.
Do we have a total amount of people on this boat? I know
There's
6 of us and the captain.
There's the 6 of you and the captain and 6 hands.
Okay.
13, 6 horses.
And 6 horses and 1 really pissed off. Got it.
probably if it is, they're probably all but the warhorse is probably really scared and unnerved down there.
Hey, can't say I didn't try.
Now, I do have a question with the comprehending languages. Can I
Yep.
understand horse?
That's speak with animals.
It's still a language. Just wondering.
Yep. No.
I also want just to know this, just as a gameplay thing. With my helmet, I'm tapping it every hour.
Okay.
I want to
Just
be
like
able to
this.
understand everybody.
And everyone on the boat already speaks.
No, it just in general. I'm saying when I'm going in town,
Yep.
I'm tapping it because I want to hear my language. I want to hear the understandable language to me of everyone around.
Yep. No, I gotcha.
Would it work? Would it work if I tap his head too?
No.
No?
Not with a lance. Thank you, though.
Does it help if I get up there and rub on your head?
No, I don't want that. I
Rub
saw
his
what you
head.
did to the horse.
I smack the horse. He enjoys that. At some point, I would ask the captain how safe the travels are here, or if we need to have additional watch outs, lookouts, and stuff like that.
Okay.
How safe is your ship?
Sorry, I was trying to make something work here. Okay, no, that did what I wanted to. Okay. Sorry, what's the question?
I would ask at some point the captain how safe is the travels, or do they need extra watch out, stuff like that.
The river is very safe normally. There are bandits and such, but the closer we get to Baldur's Gate, the more worried I would get. But I certainly won't turn down any additional help on the night watches.
So in that case, I'll catch some rest and Z's when appropriate. I cat nap up there in the breeze.
Very good. And there are two of the six hands that that sleep a good amount of the day because they take the night watch. One who pilots the boat and the other who keeps watch on the bow. And then the sun goes down, and the first night comes around. Are you so?
Since I'm well rested, I'll be volunteering for watch wherever they need me.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to get up on the top, so it's a river boat. There is no
crow's nest.
But you can take the high ground there and just kind of be an extra set of eyes.
Does this ship have a, like the olden ones? Sometimes they'd have the wood carving on the front of it.
The front?
Yeah.
The figurehead?
No, there's no figurehead.
So I'll get up there and put my chest out and be the figurehead as I'm choking.
He's doing his best Titanic, okay? Just let him go.
Is anyone else
Cue music.
keeping watch at night, or you all just go to sleep?
Yeah,
If they got the watch, they'll sleep.
I would take a watch, but I would also be walking from one end of the ship to the other, and I would trigger a couple of divine sense just to kind of see who's good, who's evil on the boat.
So on the boat itself, there is no evil on the boat. But you get there's a couple of
other than Jinx.
But the boat itself is evil.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe one of the horses. But no, you you get a sense that maybe a couple of the deckhands are there for the paycheck, probably more than anything else. But the others are if they don't know that they're associated or helping the Order of the Gauntlet, they probably wouldn't. They'd probably be happy to know that.
Okay. Okay. And then, not that there is, but if there's any undead or other creatures in a 60-foot radius, I'm sure there isn't, but I just thought I'd let you know I would detect that.
Yep. No, absolutely. And you do not detect any of that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So I just so I know, so you're traveling down the river, and it gets to nighttime, and so Luna, are you up all night?
I would fill shifts wherever they needed. That's why I was kind of resting throughout the day.
Well, there's one person, so the two people who are awake at night are awake all night. That's
Yep.
their shift, and they sleep most of the day.
Yeah, I just asked them where they wanted me at.
Yeah. So, but my question is, how much of the night are you up? Like you rested, but like you
Yeah.
probably
I'd
weren't
still-
that tired.
I still would make sure I'd got 8 hours, but break it up where 2, 4, 5 hour shift somewhere.
So let's say you like help with either the first and the last or the first two shifts.
Sounds good.
Which?
We'll do the first and last.
Okay. Because essentially it's spring, so there's a good at least 12 hours of 12 plus hours of darkness, and by the time everyone goes to bed, like it's there's 10 hours worth of night watch basically.
Yeah.
So Smock, where would you want to help?
I would do whatever time frame he's not doing.
So
Yeah.
the second one.
Yeah, second one.
And there's anyone else? So now that's still there is a third, fourth, and fifth watch, or actually, I'm sorry, a third and fourth, since Luna's taking two of them.
I can get up midnight, but while I'm up, my watch is pretty laid back, and I'm going to. I don't have a fishing pole, but there's a fishing pole around. I'm going to fish while I'm we're cruising.
Okay, excellent. Anyone, and then there's the fourth watch if someone wants to help with that one.
Sounds like Hef's volunteering.
Alamir will do.
Alamir. Why did I do it that way? Excellent. So Hef will probably get up with Smock like normal. Okay. Spot, I would assume you just get up early on that last watch anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say I usually always help out on the last watch because I'm up earlier anyways.
Yep. Okay. All right. So Luna, you're taking first and last. Why don't you roll me luck roll 2d10, please? Okay. That's like almost perfect average. So the night goes uneventful. It's the wind picks up a little bit. It gets cooler. But it's only actually in the low 40s. Although actually, I guess it would probably be about 5 degrees cooler on the river. So it's still in the 30s, a little cool.
Any fog or anything, or pretty clear?
It's clear. Yeah, there's no fog in this part of the river. So you you get through the night, and the wind continues to pick up as the sun begins to rise, and you see clouds up ahead beginning to gather. Looks like it's going to be a pretty rainy day. All right. So, and it does. So I don't have a picture for it, but it gets very dark and blustery and rainy, and you head into a pretty severe thunderstorm. And the thunderstorm lasts pretty much all day long. But you make your way further down the Chiantar River. Anything special anyone's doing today?
As it's raining and Elamir's out on the deck, every few seconds he walks by people, everybody he touches, he does a prestidigitation to dry them, and then he lets them get wet again. He does the same thing to himself. Dry, 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 dry. He's practicing spell casting.
There you go. And you're getting really good at it. Fantastic. And the different people on the boat begin to there's of the hands, there's one woman and five men. They're all human, as is the human captain. And there's one of the young men sees you coming, and they kind of position themselves. So as soon as you get them dry, they kind of hop underneath one of the eaves in the main cabin area so that they can stay dry a little longer, not immediately get wet.
That's what I'm here for.
When you come around the next time, can you do unprestidigitation? Make
But
them
you
wet?
can actually use it to make things wet too.
Every time I pass Luna, I do that.
Make them soiled.
Nice.
I go down and I try to take care of my horse again. You want me to do another animal handling?
Yeah, go for it. Let's see. They're probably a little more comfortable. The presence, the calming.
A little bit better.
Yeah, so a little better. And what you notice is that your horse is on one of the corners, and on the other corner is Smock's warhorse. And the warhorse's very calm demeanor helps calm the horses right around it. They kind of take that as a cue, and they feel safer. And the ones on the other corner are a little more skittish. So, and other than the rain and the wind and lightning strikes off in the distance in the plains, the day goes uneventfully. One more ship passes you going the other direction, and you head into nighttime.
Yep. During the daytime, I would rest where I could.
And yeah. So Luna, this time roll a d6 for me, please. Okay. So it is so as the night goes on, it's still cloudy, but it stops raining. So you still have a good amount of wind and heavy overcast. So it's very dark. Can't really see the moon shining. No moonlight shining on the river.
Any unusual smells or sounds? These things I'd be in tune to.
No. Smells just like you would expect after a heavy rain. Nice, fresh, crisp, clean air. Smells of the river and the mud banks and the grass.
I'd be enjoying them.
And So the night goes on, and it's the first, second, third, and fourth shifts all go very smoothly. Luna, you get up for the last shift along with Spot, and would both of you please make some perception checks, please? And we'll roll one for the other lookout. It's very dark, and he's human. He doesn't have dark vision, so yeah. So Spot, Spot, you get up and you go out onto the deck, and you see a shape down the river, off in the distance. It looks like there's something sitting on the edge of the river, maybe run aground.
On our bank or the other side?
Well, you're going down the middle of the river, and it's on the right hand side on the north bank.
I would let whoever is steering the boat know,
And
because they know the river better than I do.
so this is so their name is Jin, and Jin calls out. He goes, Koth, what they say there's something up ahead. Do you see it? And Koth is leaning over the front railing, squinting.
I hold him back from falling in, and I go, "It's right over there," and I point to it.
He goes, I think so. Yeah, something darker in the distance.
Looks like it's run aground.
And Luna, you see it now too. And so the Jin slows the boat down, and says, "Well, I guess maybe they might be in trouble." He goes,
It could be a trap. So who do we need to get up here first?
"Well, Koth, go get the captain." And so Koth goes running downstairs, and Jin slows the boat way down. And as you get, so you get within about 100 yards, and Spot and Luna, what you see is, hold on, I need to, hello, chapter 4. Okay. You see what looks like a middle-aged couple and maybe a teenage son standing on the deck, and the woman waves to you, and she's like, hello, oh, help, can you help us?
I look at all of them.
Yep.
And I'm not the leader, so
crew knows best.
Yep.
We'll tell them whatever
that's
we
why I said they know
see.
they know the river and what happens on the river, whether it's
Stays
if
on
they
the
feel
river.
safe talking to them or pulling over and trying to help, then I will help. But
so they say, well, it's so Jin's like, it's you. She's like, what do you? He's like, what do you see? What is it? Is it like sailors? It sounds like a woman's voice. Is it?
I would relay what I saw, the woman and another man or whatever it was.
Okay.
They're asking for help, but doesn't mean that they could be lying.
So, Axathena, Captain,
prepared, I guess.
And she's like, all right, well, what's going on? And and you let her know what you see, and she's like, well, it's the law of the river. We gotta help if we can. Let's get closer and see what the situation is. So
I thought that was the law of the sea. I just whispered to Luna or somebody by me. Not the river, but okay.
We are near the sea. It leads to the sea. Maybe it's flown upriver.
yeah. So she so the boat gets closer, and you look, and yes, you see this woman. She has dark hair, wearing like um, a blouse with a jacket over, or actually it would be a cloak, kind of pulled tight to keep her warm. Um, the man kind of next to her is looks like he's messing with. He's down trying to mess with some of the ropes and something on the deck, and a slightly smaller man looks like he's going over to another side in the back part of the deck, trying to mess with some ropes back there. And she says, "Oh, thank goodness! I thought we'd be here all night, and it's nuts. I don't feel safe being here, run aground. I'd rather anchor out in the middle of the river. Any chance we could get a tow?" And Axathena was like squinting, shrugs, and said, "Yeah, of course." And sends the Koth up to kind of to throw a rope out.
Do they look like they belong on the river, from what I can tell?
It's kind
Do
of
you look
tough
like
to
you belong
tell.
on the river from what we can tell?
So the two of you, I mean, because again, the captain and Koth and Jin, none of them have dark vision, so they're just going by the shapes they see. The two of you, go ahead and make
We're trying to describe all we see
insight
because we know they can't
Insight,
see as
you
much.
said?
or perception. You could actually, perception's probably either another perception or
Okay.
insight up to you.
They're about the same.
Yep. So, so Luna, yeah, Spot, you're looking, and I mean,
Now that all the humans are out with their torches, it makes my vision darker. I can't see them as well.
yeah, and you also so they look like maybe three humans out in the water. I mean, the guys look like maybe they could be kind of rough tumbler types, and I mean, the woman doesn't look like she really would be. She certainly doesn't look like Axathena, but I mean, that doesn't mean that she couldn't be a sailor or a captain. Luna, you as you're looking, it just something. The one thing that you notice, the woman has this air about her. Well, let me take a look at something here. Yeah, she seems like she's like anticipating something. It's almost like, but not. Oh, wow. She is, she's happy and excited about what she's seeing, the ship coming. But you get a sense that she is happy for not necessarily the excitement that she is exuding is not necessarily directly related to the prospect of being saved. I guess that's the best way to put it. But she looks like she looks like a human woman. Looks like perfectly kind of like she belongs in the situation. The two men, what you do notice is that they are dressed in pretty shabby clothes as you look closer, and are not like they have their backs turned to you so that you cannot see their faces.
I do pass this information and Phil to the captain and recommend, while we may not show it, but at least be on guard. And then
Does
pass it
anybody
to my
have a bow
guys.
and arrow?
Hef,
Like, do any of the crew have a bow and arrow?
No, they don't.
should
Not the
we
ones
have
that are up
Hef
there right
kind
now.
of?
For a boat with no ranged attacks on
Well,
it? Just,
Well, if you ask that, I mean, the captain says, "Well, there's some crossbows below."
well,
and
if
so
you want to
she-
get it, we can light a rope or something on the end of it, and you can just shoot it into the side of their boat to, as just a, hey, we need to see what's going on before we get there.
Well, the boats continue like I said. They were throwing the rope out, and the rope is
Okay.
there and being pulled, and so you're being pulled closer. So you're right now.
I start waking everybody else up.
So you go running
I have a bad
downstairs
feeling.
to wake everyone up, and we're gonna switch over here.
But Alamar could have probably cast light on the rope otherwise.
Actually, we're not quite gonna switch.
Yeah, well, Alamar's not volunteering his spell casting thing because he's just practicing prestidigitation.
He's sleeping. Well, he's zoning.
All right, so.
But you can hear everything that's going on when you're zoning.
All right.
Some of us choose to be zoned.
So Spot's downstairs. It's that down, waking everybody up. And
I am nimble-footed and I am very quick, so I go down, slap them all along the face, and say, "Get up, get up, get up, get up!" And then back up top, in like no time.
yep. And so you're already running back up. Everybody has been woken up.
You couldn't see a ballistas outside the boat on the side of the boat. Come on.
and as Spot comes as you reach the top of the stairs is when the boat and Luna, you're watching.
They don't look
and as
very
the
healthy.
boats come together,
They look kind of emaciated.
as the boats come together, you see the visage, the illusion on the visage on the woman disappear, and she becomes this desiccated skeletal figure with bony appendages and hands.
So would I relate this to undead or something else?
Yeah, you. So
I don't know of anything else that has bony appendages that is alive. So
I yell out undead on the boat.
and the two with her stand up and turn around, and the cloaks fall away, and you see glowing eyes and desiccated skin like zombies.
No, you're not eating that.
So let's get a turn order up and just start. And I'll let's move Spot out to a spot up on the deck. The captain's there. And this is actually Koth, who ran down. He's like down below, so he's not actually there. All right. So let's see, add a turn. and then add a turn for everyone else. And you hear Axathena also say, she says, "Koth, awaken the rest. Everyone with crossbows."
Oh, and that's what I yell at. Now they have crossbows.
You're supposed to grab crossbows on the way up.
So that's not bad. Not that she can really do anything.
I do cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Um,
I don't know when you want me to do that or.
on your turn. Hold on.
Okay.
So we're doing like that. Okay. Jinx, you've just been woken up, and you have and you hear a bunch of yelling going on. Spot just woke you up, and said and let you know something was going on, and he rushed back out of the sleeping quarters up the stairs.
Wait, are we sinking?
I didn't wait around to tell you. You better get up.
I hear people rushing around. I don't have to worry about that because I wear that, so I should be okay. I grab my belt and, normal stuff that I carry around with me, and I walk out of the room and I start heading up just to see what the heck he's all screaming about.
Okay.
I'm not sure where I am exactly and how far this actually is to the stairs, but I'll get up to the stairs at least. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're so not double. So spending action to grab your stuff and your movement, you get your head is just coming up over the top of the deck as you're walking up the stairs. It's dark out, and you really at this point what you see is spots in front of you running out onto the deck. You see the captain is sitting there waving. Has her weapon pulled out and is looking like she's trying to decide what to do. And she's like, "What are they? What kind
I
of
killed
creature
out
is that?"
undead.
Not alive.
Undead.
What are they? They're not alive.
Anything with your bonus action?
I give inspiration to Spot because I feel like, obviously she's freaking out, and I figure Spot, if anybody can do anything, Spot can do it. And he's right in front of me.
Very good. All right. Luna, your mic is too close. Thanks. All right. Axathena is next. She's like running forward. Maybe we can try to and she like goes up. She's like, "Should I cut the rope?" And she's like, "Nah."
Just pull it back.
She's like, someone else will let's see, how far did she move? She was here. She's like, if we don't take care of this, they'll capture some other unsuspecting boat. Because you remember, she's Order of the Gauntlet, so she's not going to be running. But how come I can't do that? Let's do this. Yeah. Okay. Yep, she can do that. No problem. So she hops onto the other boat, and she attempts to attack. Ooh, wonderful. I don't actually have something for her, so let me get something really quick. I know exactly what we need.
She's about to enter the order of the soon-to-be dead.
Oh, now she has night stats.
All she's got to do is take out their glowing eyes, and they fall down.
So she is going. So she.
Just hope when you reach in for them that they're actually physically there, and it's not just the socket that's glowing. Then we're screwed.
Okay. So, yep. So she, I guess she has a great sword. Why not? 13, 20, 13, 9 and 13. So the 13 hits and does 7 slashing damage. Okay.
Were you trying to say something, Alamir?
Yeah, I said obviously not that great a sword.
And it's Alamir's turn. Alamir, you've just been woken up and you watch Jinx grab his stuff and head out following Spot.
All right, Alamir's. I don't know how far I can get. We'll get to. I guess I'm getting to the bottom of the stairs as I run into Jinx.
Yep. Now you'd be like on the stairs, like you can be on the stairs right behind him, kind of.
Right behind him. Okay, well,
Yep.
let's see something.
Unless you double move, if you're just because you didn't have to grab equipment, so you could move right past them and out into the deck.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move right past him and move out. So if I double move, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna double move, but I'm gonna whisper into Jinx's ear. You're now invisible.
Ooh. Jinx is invisible. Look at that. So invisible. There we go.
Not
A very
silent,
creepy
just
icon.
invisible.
Not silent, just invisible.
So if you yell, we'll still hear you.
But remember, it's an illusion that you're invisible.
You have to believe in it. And that's all I'm gonna do. Right there.
Okay.
Would you say these stairs are 10 foot? 5 spots or what?
Yeah.
Can I see over the stairs or no?
Not yet.
That's fine.
Jinx-
If I can't see them, they can't see me. That's all that matters.
Yes, you are.
And apparently they
definitely-
can't see Jinx either.
Yeah. All right, Smut. Yeah, you're
But
up.
if they could, they can now see through him to you.
That's right. You're not wrong.
After the last time at the inn, I will be
Gonna run
attempting
through
to
Jinx.
sleep more in my plate armor, if possible. If it's at the beginning or the end of the shift that I would say I definitely would have it on. I'm going to say my guy is always going to be trying to go to sleep in plate armor and learning to sleep in plate armor. Just because
Sure.
last time it was pretty
There's a
darn
lot more
frustrating.
pillows around you now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I gotta say, like, not that I agree with it, but we're playing rules as written for the most part. So, and in 5e, yeah, the only detriment to wearing your plate when you sleep is you only regain a quarter instead of a half of your hit dice, and you can't regain exhaustion points.
Okay.
So
in this scenario, coming off a fresh city visit, I'm good.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you have your armor on, I just want to point out you're fighting on water. Just
I'm aware. I'm aware. I better have a long breath. Yeah. All right.
He is the sinker to the bobbers that the rest are.
Well, the good news is I can anchor both boats. So, all right.
That's far
All right,
I'm
so
standing
you
where I'm
get
at.
up in
in
your
case I
armor.
have to.
So how do I don't know where to walk here.
So it would be really to go through Alamir and Jinx and up onto next to Spot is like 20 feet.
Okay.
Actually, because you had the spot at the front.
Okay. And I'm going to go 60 feet total. So can I walk there or no?
15,
Yeah.
20, 25.
This boat is just
Probably get right up here, I think.
a rough representation of the boat you're on, so I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. And then, and then that is it.
Okay, and you do see. Make a perception check as you come up, and your eyes are glowing golden as you're trying to peer through. Well, what you do notice this almost lich-like looking creature over here. That's looking like her arms outstretched.
Which one? Can you ping the one?
This one in the middle.
Okay. Thank you.
But the one that you're in front of Axathena, that she's facing off with, it looks like a zombie. But as you look closely, you notice that there are these like worms growing out of its body in the places where you can see the open flesh.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not as bad as the ogre's house. It's all good.
Is that it for Smut?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Spot.
I'm assuming this part of the boats, if we have the big paddles, is higher than their deck of the boat. If I were to jump down to here,
you can get up.
So
to
if I run
level.
to there and then jump, do you need me to make an acrobatics check? It's only like 10 feet by the looks
I
of
do.
it.
It's an easy one, but you still need to
Okay.
roll.
It's an 8.
An 8. So you only needed a 7, so you made it.
Okay.
But your landing is not good. So
Yeah,
I will
more
say
tuck and roll, so I might not have landed exactly where I wanted to. I don't know.
And you.
But either way, I got enough movement to still move up to this thing.
So that would be 15. 20.
I have 50 total.
Yeah.
So I was thinking this was like 20, and then another 10 is 30, and then the other 15 puts me there. That's 45.
That's fine.
Okay.
You were asleep the whole last battle, so I'm not gonna make that fun.
I told you.
I will use my Breath of the Dragon then. Actually, I'm going to move to here and shoot it this way.
Mm-hmm. So, and that is
try to get both of them.
Is it 15 or what's the range? What's the distance?
I can turn it into either or. So it's either a 20-foot cone or a 30-foot line.
Yeah.
So the 20-foot cone should get both of them. So I was just going to do the cone.
Okay.
And I am going to do acid damage because they're bones, and hopefully it'll deteriorate them faster.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. So It's a dex save of 13.
All right, let's start with the one in front of you. Dex save. Oh, she misses.
So she takes the full 7 damage, and the other one takes half.
Okay, so 7 and 3.
Let me double check that this is taking
2
on a failed save and not as much on a success.
-3. The skin sizzles, and it she just stares and hisses at you.
Okay, so that happens as one of my attacks. It says when I take the attack action, I can replace it with one of my attacks. So then I still get 2 unarmed strikes against her, because I'm going to use a key point for flurry of blows.
Okay.
Go, Spot, go.
Okay, the dice is just shaking on a 13, and it won't actually sit because it's half on the D4. There we go.
Ooh.
It finally landed.
Nice. Yeah, so that definitely hits. There is this magical kind of shimmer that you recognize as mage armor around her.
Okay. And then a 16 for another 8. So if those both hit, that was another 15 to her.
It is. And she is bloodied and looking in bad shape, and some of the pieces of like bone and cartilage rip and fall out.
And that is all I'm doing for now, other than saying, "Why are you attacking us?" Answer me before you die.
Smack, smack, smack.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Luna.
All right. So with Emerald Enclave, we do
Wait, you
not
know what?
like.
I noticed. I'm sitting there going, where are the turns for these creatures? And they're not in here.
Oh, I'm totally fine with that.
So, well, hold on. So let me just do something here. I'm just going to have to modify this now. Oh, look, how appropriate. So hold on, Luna, because
They'll go right before me.
yeah, because she just got a 10.
I should have went before Spot, but that's okay.
That's okay. I'll tell you what. I mean, that's totally my bad. It's not gonna. Here, I'm just gonna move Spot up then, and we're just gonna do it like that, and then this is. I think this is a flat 2. We're close enough. Okay, that was my bad. So yeah, so she immediately Spot, you ask the question after your attacks, and she looks and she says, "You are not worthy of the knowledge of beyond."
Nope, don't want to know it. But why are you trying to kill us?
So
Alamir might want to know it. And I point back at the boat.
was not really expecting that. That was. She was not expecting you to like someone to be right next to her right away.
Yeah,
really
that's
not a
because
whole
I'm
lot.
smart. Or fast. One of the two. Probably not smart, but fast.
So she is going to simply strike out at you with her claws. Yeah, so 11 misses. Second attack, 13, which misses.
My AC is now 17.
Yeah. Oh, that's very disappointing. So, okay.
You're welcome.
Luna.
I'm glad to throw a wrench into the DM's plans.
She's
That's
a
okay.
spellcaster. She wants to cast spells.
I'm going to do everything backwards. So first I'm going to cast Fairy Fire, and it will engulf these two here. And they need to make a Dex save 13.
On these two right here, you said?
Yes.
Dex save. So there's a 20. And what was it? What was the save you said? It was what was the DC?
13. Dex
so it made
13.
it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm a wild shape.
I do. Let me get you your buddy.
Yep. And right before I wild shape, I yell out to everybody, "Don't shoot the hyena in the butt. He'll get mad."
Hello.
Because these people on a boat may not be aware.
Yep.
If you
there we go.
transform in front of them, I'm pretty sure they'll be aware.
All right. That was your. Here, you got to go a little further. So you can get around to the other side. You already used your action and bonus action. Oh, you're trying to. You're muted if you're talking.
Okay. So that also should give her advantage on her next attack since I don't have any attacks left.
Yep, absolutely. Very good. All right. So, so this guy, he's calling down, Jin's calling down, Koth, where are those crossbows? Where are you? And Koth yells back up, we're coming.
Can't find them.
All right.
And that's why I yelled out, "Don't shoot the hyena," because some were down below, and hope they pass the orders. Otherwise, they're gonna have a pissed hyena on them. Now, quick question: me being Emerald Enclave, I would see these as unnatural, correct?
Correct. Yes, undead is definitely not part of the natural order. Anytime, anywhere, they're always.
I have a character in a different campaign that would beg to differ. So anyway,
yeah. In what is it, because of the campaign world or because of the character?
Character.
The character. Yeah. He's playing a necromancer that just thinks it's fun and not really thinking that there's anything bad about it.
And for many people, it isn't. But yeah, no. In terms of druids and clerics of nature, yeah, never going to convince them that that's true. All right, so you see this creature. It's sitting there, looking like it's going to reach out to towards Axathena, and it just kind of puts one arm next to its other arm and flicks like this, and this and one of those worms goes launching off of flying through the air at her. And she goes, "What? No!" and dodges out of the way, and the little thing goes flying past her and lands on the deck next to Smock.
Holy crap.
And then the creature tries to strike out and claw at her. Hits for 4 slashing. And misses her just barely because she's not wearing armor. All right. And actually, I think she has. Okay, I'm just going to do that. There we go. I think that's where she's at. Okay. And then the other one comes running forward. 10. We'll run around to the other side of Spot. And as it does, it just kind of, so it's running and it kind of jingles a shoulder as it's running, and one of the worms comes flying off towards you, Spot. I need a dex save, please. It's easy. It's only DC 11.
Well, hopefully a +6 is nope. That's a 10.
So this tiny worm hits you and just splats and just sticks and begins crawling and burrowing itself into your.
Can I use? This is a shot weapon-ish type thing, right? Can I use the catch projectiles?
Well,
instead,
that's interesting. So to catch the projectile, so you do.
It's a deflect missile. It's technically it just stops the amount of damage.
But if you do more than the damage, you catch it.
Yeah.
So
here's
the thing. So yes, so you can do that, and that's like your reflective action, right? A missile comes at you, you reach out and you grab it. You grab it, and so you
Airbag.
stop it from hitting your torso,
And it goes into your hand.
and it begins to burrow into your palm. You'll have
But I
to figure-
deflected 14 points of damage.
I know.
No, but did you deflect more damage than it did? If you do that, don't you get to throw it back?
Technically. But if it's not, that's why I said. That's why I was asking. If you would have said no, I would have been fine with it because it was a dodge thing instead of a catch thing. But
No, but it makes perfect sense. But yeah, it's the nature of the creature is that it attaches to your hand, and so you can't flick it off or throw it back. It's stuck to you, and you have to figure out what you want to try to do with it on your turn.
It's like a booger.
it's fine. So it's not creating any damage yet. It's just stuck to me now, though.
Yep.
Starting to eat my flesh, quote unquote.
But then the creature comes up and it's going to try to attack you. Claw attacks. Hits for 4 slashing and 6 necrotic. So as it hits you, you feel this cold energy seep into the wound and into your body. So I'll have to take the damage and when he comes back, and that's their attacks.
By the way, did everybody still have their 7 points of temp?
Yes,
Yeah.
so you hadn't finished your long rest, so everyone still has their 7 temporary. But that's 10. That's a total of 19 damage.
The 10 plus 9?
Yep.
Okay, so the 10 I only took 3. And then I take another 9 from that. So I am half dead, guys.
So Tom is rolling all 20s. All right.
Well, just only against Spot. That just only seemed to do it against Spot.
He just wants to make up for last week.
All the damage you didn't take last week.
There's no egos here, remember?
Get to let them sleeping though.
Oh, okay, Jinx.
So I'm invisible, but I don't know really what good that's going to do me here in a second because no matter what I do, I'm going to become invisible for I cast a spell.
He does. I thought he had greater invis now, so you don't if you cast a spell, right?
Yeah.
No, Martin's saying no.
So when I saw this, was this the guy right here that was throwing stuff, or was it this guy that wasn't throwing stuff?
The zombie threw the worm.
Yeah.
This guy?
Yep.
This one seems to be a caster, right?
Oh, you know what? I had your inspiration. I totally could have used that. I am so stupid. Sorry.
Yep. It's all good.
Because I was only 1 point off. That would have been a save.
But this guy was the caster, right? He's the one that's been casting stuff. This guy's throwing parts of snakes or whatever around.
Yep. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
And the caster is pretty dead. Well, he's bleeding. Whatever
Yeah.
bones bleed, you know.
Finish
Marrow's dripping out.
Finish her off. Finish her off.
I'll try to. I'll cast Distant Whispers on it if it can take psychic damage. The DC 15 Wiz save.
DC 15. It's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
15.
There you go. And since I don't do Dilly Squat, actually, does that still? That's not save or suck.
Isn't that half damage? Or they just
Yeah, I'm so used to everything being save or suck. Okay, yeah, it's just half damage. Okay, so he takes 8 points.
Wow. Yeah, and it just you see this concussive force hit the creature, and bits and pieces of it, its jaw partially dislocates, and bits and pieces just fly off of it.
Now, I can do this bonus action right now, and it can't be that. You already got that. Not that this matters much, but maybe to get somebody off. Wait, is any of those little snake things on the ground, like right here or here?
There's one over by Smock, but the
Yeah,
other one is
right
by
here.
Ham.
Right there.
Yep. Right to the left of Smock.
So I continue. I move over here to the other end over here behind this pole, and actually, before I move over there, on my way over there, I'm going to use my bonus
So keep in
action.
mind this is a cabin, so you have to move around.
Okay, fine. I will in a second here. I will. I move around, so I get over here wherever that happens to be, and I will. I'm going to telekinetic try to shove this thing off into the water.
Okay. That's easy. You do it. You flick it and it goes off into the water.
Well done, Jinx.
I use the force. And I move over here. Okay.
Just think of that poor fish that thinks it's food and gobbles it up.
Oof. Oh, yeah.
Somebody will catch it.
Or it'll catch somebody.
Maybe next round you can
Next time somebody's swimming in the river.
It's gonna catch it. It's gonna swim into something. It's gonna end up being a dragon turtle, and it's gonna somehow take it over. Never.
Don't give the DM ideas. Only if we can find the horde of the dragon turtle.
A nice highlight, by the way.
What's that? Oh. So, all right. So Axathena, she has this worm on her, and she's like backing away, going, no, what? And she like hits it and scrunches it and throws it away and brushes herself off with one hand, and the mangled body of the worm hits the deck, but that's her action, and so she sees Smock coming up behind her, so she moves over and takes a guarded position in front of this creature, and that's her turn. Alamir.
Alamir's just going to pop up here and aim for said dude. And let's see, this is one of these. So
it was a girl, but you didn't know that.
Do that. So one.
So when the second one, hold on. Yeah, the second one drops it. But you would have to up front say what you're casting.
I know. I'm killing it off.
Yep.
Here's the third. So on its way down, another one hits it.
Shatters the bones into all over the deck.
Exactly. Now, while I'm looking here, do I see any? I know there any light, specifically any fire around.
Any fire? No.
Okay. I meant like torches or lanterns or anything like that. Okay, that's fine. I'm done.
Okay.
And am I on the top of the deck so I can see them, or do I need to go up? I don't. Or that's a wheel. That's a wheel. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a water
you can
wheel.
walk up the steps and you'd be on like a platform above the wheel if you wanted to, but
what the heck? Boop.
Okay. Smart.
I just pooped.
Your turn.
Is Hef not in the order turn for some reason?
He's sleeping.
He didn't wake up. I didn't go all the way back to his thing. I just woke up Smock.
Yeah, he would be up there, but we're not going to worry about it. He was extra tired. You know how
he's pulling us. He's pulling the spot.
Wake up in the middle of the night and go back to sleep.
Is this advantage, or do I have to go like more in a corner?
You have advantage. No, that's fine.
Just making sure.
Once flanking is established, everyone has advantage.
Okay.
I mean,
thank you.
That's the reason why I woke up Alamir this morning to help clean, because I didn't know you guys were all up doing stuff all night long. So to me, I was like, he should be awake by now.
Here we go. Yep, 20 definitely hits.
And I will bonus with, and it is
It is undead.
Yeah.
Extra die. Okay, so 13 total. Nice.
And I am done. My turn is complete.
Okay. Wait. What did you use your bonus for?
Divine Smite.
No, that you don't. That happens automatically. That's not your
But-
bonus action.
But action
Right.
The butt action was the other attack. Yeah.
was the bonus.
But you only.
Right. Regular glaive is regular action.
Oh, I see. I missed.
and then I did the butt action
Got
to hit with the butt of the weapon, and so I did burn it. So
So your first attack, the 10 hit. I didn't see it.
Oh.
10
I
hit.
did not realize that.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Okay. All right then. I thought for sure there was no. Oh, good. But we will
add it to that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was good.
Yeah, that was really good. So
what is that? 20, 36 damage?
So
46 damage?
And the creature,
36.
huge chunks begin to fall off the creature as the radiant light sears it, and it hisses and silent screams in pain.
How tall is Axathena, by the way?
She is a good, 6'3".
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So I look up to her.
She's a very tall, well-built Chultan.
Okay.
So you're saying she's a hottie?
Depends if you like Chultans.
Oh. Spot.
I will pinch the worm out of my hand and throw it on the ground.
Yep. And so you take care
So
of
that
it.
is my action.
Yep, that's your action.
Then bonus action, I will go into I will use patient defense as a key point for my bonus action.
Okay. You're in dodge. Luna.
I'm going to chow down, starting right out with... Yep.
You're going to eat the worms that are infecting people? Good
Oh,
job.
no.
You said you're chowing down.
I'm tearing chunks of flesh.
I mean,
These things would be really there are worms crawling out of its body all over the place. It would be really disgusting.
He likes what he likes, man.
These things.
Oh, I'm
just
supposed to
thinking it
roll with
was an
advantage,
early
ain't I?
maggot meal. I don't know.
Yep. So you hit for 12.
Should be 13, the +1.
That's right. 13. Hit for 13. Yeah, and you take a big chunk out of the back of that creature.
And that's my action.
Okay. Alomir from around you. So Hef comes up onto the deck. Hello, Hef. And from behind him comes all of the mates.
Deckhands.
Yeah, the deckhands are all coming up with crossbows and running and taking position like these.
Alomir points at this one to Hef.
Um,
It's not an action; it's just a point.
Yep. But that was their.
If they accidentally shoot me, I deflect the missile into it.
There you go.
And it's their turn. I got to remember. So this one took radiant damage. This one, was the magic damage from before. Got it. Okay. Spot. Yeah, you didn't really do a whole lot of damage to this, but you notice that what little damage you did do that first attack begins to mend itself back together. Actually, I would have done that before.
So the acid isn't really smoldering on it anymore.
Nope.
Basically, okay.
I'm pretty. Actually, let me double check.
Thinking we need
Oh wait,
fire.
you know what? No. The acid does prevent it. Nope, it never recovered it. The acid prevented.
But that would have been from last round, right? When it attacked me. So this round, does it recover?
There was no, it doesn't, because
Nighttime.
Wait a minute. At least one to do. I guess rules is written. It would, because
I didn't attack it this round, so
yeah. So this round you do see that damage come back.
I will yell out. Then it looks like they regenerate unless you can hit them with at least acid, like I did.
And Smock, you notice that the one in front of you does not seem to be regenerating this round. And
so holy or divine damage did it too.
Seems to. Let me just triple check. Yeah, definitely acid or radiant. Yep. All right. So who's it going to attack? It was attacking Ex Athena, but Smock just did huge amounts of damage. So most likely it's going to attack Smock. Yes.
Big damage or big creature.
So it turns to face Smock, and first off, one of the little worms on its body comes jumping off and right at you, Smock. I need a dex save, please. And like, oh, and so it spitted at you right out from like the corner of its lip, and it lands right on your neck, and then it's going to try to claw at you. That's a miss, and that's a miss. And Jinx, your turn. Oh wait, and then the two and then on Spot, but that's here. Let me just do this real quick. But this is with disadvantage. Whoa, that's a 20, so that doesn't get the crit. So that is simply
19.
Okay, no, yeah, so it's just 14. So that's just going to be 14. And then a second attack, disadvantage, misses.
Thank God, because I'm at 1.
Okay. Oops, sorry. Let me go back. Jinx. You see Spot get slashed, hit, and he's like looks like he's in really bad shape.
I am woozy and about to fall down.
Yeah.
Can I use his bonus die to make his hit not hit? I mean that's normal inspiration, but not yours. Damn.
There are some
I'm trying
colleges that do that, but not his.
Yeah. Well, I can't. I'm gonna have to. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and question for you. Can I use a bonus action as a bonus action?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope, that breaks the game.
No. I'm sorry. Can I use that bonus action? Yeah, yeah. I want to use a bonus action as an action instead of an action as a bonus action. Whatever. Okay, but no. I will call out to Spot and try to heal him from a distance. Give him a whole 8 hit points.
That's good.
The Spot heals some healing, whatever stuff toward him. And that's a spell slot. That was my bonus action as my action. I will like to... I don't think this is going to work on him, but can I viciously mock this thing? I don't know if it has intelligence enough to understand. But I'll still do it, and if it doesn't work. You don't have to tell me either way.
Okay, so you did right. Yeah,
because that's an action. The bonus action was the heal. The action is the cantrip.
But isn't vicious isn't that a cantrip? Yeah. You can do a first level spell and a cantrip with the action bonus action.
Yeah, what I was going to use my action for the bonus action, I want to use the telekinetic shove instead of the
right
actual attack. But yeah, I will cast this vicious mockery. And if it doesn't have intelligence, then it doesn't work. Otherwise, DC 15 wisdom.
So, vicious mockery. What's the minimum intelligence for it?
Well, I'm assuming.
I think it has to be above 3, right?
They just got to be able to hear you.
So, here's the thing.
You don't need to understand
it's smart enough to understand the languages it knew in life, and it spoke at least basic common. So, yeah, so it works. DC 15 wisdom.
Yeah.
Nope.
He'll take whole 1 point, but more importantly, disadvantage.
Yes. All right. He looks over at you and as his like head tilts and just kind of, huh?
Would you yell something like your mother's a bag of bones?
So, Axathena will now try to attack this thing. Let's see. With advantage, so that hits for 10, and then 14. So, in 24, drops the creature to the ground. And she goes, she'll run, actually, it doesn't matter. She'll run here. That's plenty of room for everyone else. Elamir.
It's going to cast another time. It's going to be one of these. So 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
10.
Nope. 12.
12. Okay. All right. Yeah, and smack into the creature and begin ripping apart its decayed flesh.
No, it is only 10. It's only 10, Tom. I didn't know it casted damage with the original cast of the spell. So I did 4 damages afterwards.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep. 10.
Are you moving? Anything else?
Nope. I'm keeping an eye on everything.
Okay, Smock.
I go to try to take the worm thing off my throat.
Yep.
Do I need to roll it to hit or something? No. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my action.
Yep. You grab it, you squeeze it, and kill it and throw it down.
And then bonus action, butt action.
Yep. Go for it. Oh wait. So I'm pretty sure. Don't you? Isn't that when you've done an attack? I know we looked at this before, but I can't remember. I think it's available when you've done an attack action.
When you take an attack action.
Yep.
An attack with And I could argue that was an attack action, but I can't argue that it wasn't glaive, halberd, or quarterstaff or spear.
Right.
Because I only get to use it with glaive, halberd, quarterstaff, or spear, right? Because
Yep.
that's then I clearly did not do that. So
Exactly.
okay, absolutely. In that case, can I do a bonus action cantrip?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
If you have a bonus action, if you have a cantrip that. Oh, because that's as the only one but isn't the only way to do that as part of an attack action too?
I don't know.
Because I think that's how those cantrips read. Because you're thinking of like the searing, like
Toll the
Thunder
Dead.
Smite or one of those.
Yeah. Okay, but Toll the Dead would be an actual. Never mind. Okay, I do nothing. I sit there and look pretty.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay.
You do it well.
All right, Spot.
We have flanking now, so I guess I will attack with my lovely 9 hit points.
Hey, that's a third of your health. That's plenty.
13 to hit for 8.
Nice. Yeah.
Natural 1.
Whoop, yep.
Whoa, my dice just opened up and tried to eat me.
Sorry,
Gotta
Patrick.
love the mimic dice. Sorry. That was cool. It like opened up and like okay, that was cool. And then so that was I'm just gonna do martial arts, the 2 attacks. Because we're not level 5 yet, so I don't get 3 normally. So that's it.
Okay.
No
Luna.
key point this time.
Are you leaping down?
How far is the drop down
Hey,
to here?
yeah, it's like 8 feet. You can leap
Okay.
down.
Okay, I'm gonna leap down and move to there and attack this one.
Okay. You have advantage.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah.
Spot, you had advantage too.
Roll, see if you get another
Oh,
20.
do you want me to roll it again
Yeah.
for the other one?
Dude, see if you get a 20 on the first one and re-roll the second one. See if you hit. Because, yeah, you have advantage. All right. And we'll just at least take that for the second one. Yep. Cool. Yeah.
So
you
6
did-
points of damage then if you go off the damage from the second roll.
Okay. That makes sense. All right, Luna. Yep, definitely hits 11 damage. So you're all tearing into this creature.
Yeah, I say flanking and then I forget to roll advantage. Oh well.
And that's all I can do, just one attack.
I'm just not all here. Sorry, guys.
Nah, no
Bad
problem.
news this last week, so.
Sorry to hear
Sorry.
that.
All right, we have these come around, and we have a total of 5 crossbows.
All aiming at the wall.
It's a good thing
Of
we're not
people.
playing the numerous games where shooting
Hit your friend.
into a group like this could be very bad. Yeah, and they all hit, and 2 of them crit. Jeez.
For 83 points.
So we're gonna do. So this is wow. So it's going to be 10, 20, 32 points of damage as it gets riddled with bolts. And then it's its turn. And certainly nowhere close to all of or even half the damage it's taken this round, but it begins to knit and pull itself back together. Yes.
It hasn't had any magic damage against it to prevent that.
Nope.
It did have magic missiles.
Actually, because I'm wearing my brooch and it carries over. That
Right,
makes
but
magic.
it's specific types of
It's
magic damage.
Okay.
It has to be acid, fire, or radiant. So none of those hit it this turn. And all right, who's it going to attack? It's on spot, but it's getting hit by all the bolts. No one else actually hit it, so I'll give it. So it'll attack. It'll turn around.
It'll probably attack me because I hit it. So
Probably, if it rolls a 1, 2, 3, or 4, it's going to keep attacking spot. No, it sees this huge hulking figure of Luna next to it, and it turns and tries to slash out at Luna. Just too big, too easy a target.
Too scary.
First off, a worm comes. It flicks a worm at you, and you need to make a dex save, please.
Or normal or advantage?
Normal.
Okay. And I'm rolling from the hyena.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And you easily avoid the worm. And then it's going to claw at you. 8 misses, 18 hits for 4 slashing, which isn't even really almost not worth even putting down. And then it's Jinx's turn.
About that. I will heal or spot action.
Okay.
Oh, 5 hit points.
I'll take it.
Right. And unfortunately, that's a bonus action, so they're all surrounding that creature. Cast Vicious Mockery because it's the only thing I have it's an action I can cast.
Oh, I think it missed this time.
Oh, 2 points.
All right.
If it gets attacked again, it has disadvantage. I don't know if it'll attack again though.
Right. Oh, that's right. It did have disadvantage on its one attack on the first attack. It missed on the first attack anyway. So I forgot to put disadvantage on it. I'm not going to do it right now either because I don't think it's going to live long. So yeah, Axe Athena, Captain, takes huge swings with her two-handed sword, with her great sword. Ooh, yeah, and the first one, actually, so that's 12, that's 17. The first hit is enough to drop it. And she drops it to the ground with her first hit. And that's it.
Well done, Axe.
Ugly.
Well done, Axe Athena. Well done.
So is Spot suffering from any disease?
No.
Suffering from a wormhole in my hand.
I knew I should have led like right off the bat early with Hunger of Hadar. That would have made it a lot more fun.
So I've got 4 doses
Probably
of
not. I
salve.
would have died then, Tom.
Well,
It came down to 1.
I would know, but I would have done it on the other ship.
True.
I would have been, the whole middle of the ship would have been engulfed in inky blackness and these tendrils of destruction.
So I wonder. So
I
what are the rules of maritime trade when there's a ship that's abandoned?
Oh, it's pirate rules. You own it.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So
Yeah, we have our own ship now.
that's
You know how to sail it. That's the question.
No, it's a river. How hard could it be?
Wait. Anybody have water walk? We could give his warhorse water walk and have it pull us.
No.
I
I
have
smear
water
some.
flop.
I smear some stuff on Spot. Smells like aloe. He gets 4 points of healing.
Did you take my healing feed?
No.
So you've all been like as you've been fighting these things. Anyone who's proficient in either Arcana or Religion can make rolls on either of them. Your choice.
Anyone who's proficient in what?
Arcana or Religion.
Not me, guys.
I did not mean to do that second one.
So all right. So yeah, Jinx, you don't recognize
11.
these,
Yeah.
but Alamir, you definitely do. The spellcaster is a
Luna, you're breathing in your mic.
It's a undead warlock. So it's a very intelligent undead creature that serves a greater power of darkness.
So we should have brought Pika Rin in instead of Alamir. Got it.
And the two
Underlings.
Yeah, the two zombie-like creatures are spawn of Caius. They are essentially Caius was a high priest of Orcus, and these are tied to essentially Orcus's undead powers that give them special abilities.
I ask Smock if I explain these to Smock because he's of Biomat, both of them.
Bahamut, yes.
The other one, do these have anything to do with Tiamat?
And yeah, Smock, to your knowledge, no, they don't.
Okay. Well, we know that they're not chasing us now, or so far. Okay,
For now.
that's fine. That's fine. I just, I'm explaining what these are to everybody because I think everybody's stupider than me. And he's doing it in a very loud voice.
Oh, and we are. You're so smart.
Thank you for noticing. New one.
Yeah. So it's early morning. The sun's not quite up yet. Probably you're within half an hour of the sun coming up. You got these dead bodies on the ship, and it's run aground. Axathena says, perhaps we should just see what's in the hold while we're here, but when we need to get going.
And that's fine. I also ask, I'm not going down there unless we can go. Does Axathena want to drag this boat behind us?
So that's not feasible.
Okay, that's fine.
We can let the when we get to Baldur's Gate, we'll let the flaming fist know that it is here.
Right.
But most likely, I'm not expecting that it'll still be here when they get here. Somebody will have taken it.
Okay.
Does it have a name on the boat?
Jenny.
Not this boat, that boat.
It's called the Silver Raven.
Never mind.
So, is anyone want to go check in the hold, or Axathena will do it?
Well, we'll go.
I'll go too.
Just in case you need backup.
You walk down into the hold, and you see as you get down there, there is various barrels and crates, some of them broken open, and there's grains and various um, bundled straw and the like. Some of the crates may probably have like basic farming and toolkits and stuff for woodworking and the like, various tools. In the far corner, in the shadows, not making any noise, you see the forms of 8 humanoids. Actually, you have dark vision, so you see they all look human. There are looks like there's 3 women and 5 men, and they're just sitting on the ground in various positions, not really moving. Though actually, it looks like they're breathing. They're breathing. Just
So
kind of
Alamir sees this.
sitting there.
Well, apparently, Luna's going to cast light. I'm going to tell Luna, go in the corner and see how they're doing.
I cast light on my staff so everybody can see them.
Yep.
See,
And as it's
Luna, go
lit
check
up,
with her.
you see these 8 humans sitting there, and they have these worm creatures crawling, burrowing into them. Their
quickly try
bodies are
worms.
beginning.
Burn the boat.
Yeah, and you notice like a couple of them, their heads are starting to twitch side to side.
XP
And-
grind.
That was perfect timing for your video to catch up, Tom, because all suddenly you like shook really fast.
XP grind.
Are they too far gone to save, or
Does this fall under hobo?
Burning
killing?
the boat gives us the XP. Burn the boat.
Suddenly, we smell burning from up top deck.
Um,
No,
You-
I'm not lighting
What's the
it. I'm
hold?
just getting out. I got enough of them in my face. I don't need any more. And I walk out.
Alamir, you said you went down, right?
Yep.
You know these creatures, and you know that once they've burrowed into the body and have been there this long, they've gotten into the brain and will start animating it. There's no saving them. They're too far.
Then Alamir does he says we need to burn the boat. And he starts walking up to the top deck and
But
pulls
wait
out
a minute.
a torch.
But wait a minute.
we-
Is the druid going to say these are innocent creatures? I
no?
wonder.
Because they are unnatural. They're turning to undead.
Because I got a bone to pick with your druid guy back in the city. So
You never heard any of that.
I
so
know.
That's between him
Good.
and I.
Good thing.
The leaves.
Collect a bunch of dead wood, dried wood, and
But if I know there's no saving them, I'm gonna try to do a quick coup de grace to ease their pain, so they don't have
and the
to-
worm jumps onto you. All right.
They're just starting to animate. A couple of them are. You can easily just chop the heads off.
Put them out of their
I know
misery.
that they're fine.
Okay.
But
On
the
way
worms,
out.
yeah, the worms are like crawling and begin to crawl out of the body.
Okay.
So you set fire to the boat.
Before I leave the lower deck, is there? You said there were tools. Is there any alchemy kits or anything like that?
Roll 2d10. Make a luck roll.
Okay. I walked out of my room at the wrong moment. There we go.
Yeah. You find an alchemist kit, brand spanking new.
Okay, that's gonna be deleted from my list of things I'm looking for.
Yep.
So I'll take that, and we're gonna Cleanse the boat with fire.
All right.
That's what I'd
You-
recommend.
You set the boat on fire and begin sailing away. And you and you sail down the river on the third day. You finish. Not that it really matters, but everyone can take a long rest.
Yeah, it matters for me.
It's true. I was just thinking, like, we're probably not.
Technically, didn't I finish mine though before that fight?
What's that?
Technically, didn't I finish mine before that fight though?
Yeah, technically, but you're going to spend a whole day on the boat. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Okay.
So and so as you're going down the river, Captain Axathema, she says, we must hurry. We cannot dally anymore. We wasted that was a good amount of time, and we have to get to Baldur's Gate before sunset, or else they close the harbor and they make us wait until the next morning. And
do we get a speech on the way down?
You want to give a speech?
I'm just asking. If not, that's fine. I just
down.
Alamir give a speech.
Just say the word. Say the word Bahamut.
Bahamut down.
Done.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
That was your sea chanty. And we're not at sea. Just go with me.
All right. So you, yeah. So,
I mean, it saved my life, so it's worth it. I will
and
listen to all your speeches.
as the sun is slowly is beginning to approach the horizon, you see up ahead of you the walls of Baldur's Gate. And before you get to the harbor, you see in front of you this large bridge. It's a double bridge that the boats can pass through these large openings. And in the middle of it is this large kind of citadel. And for those that may not have been here before, there's kind of a little kind of tour and information that the captain gives you as you approach. She says that is Worm's Crossing Bridge, and that is Worm's Rock in the middle of it, the Flaming Fist Citadel.
Is that where those worm things came from that we just fought?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's simply the name of it. The Flaming Fist is a mercenary company that has been working as the protectors of much of the Baldur's Gate for the better part of the last 2 centuries. If you see any of the Flaming Fist guards, I suggest you give them a measure of respect. There is also the watch, so a regular city watch. You'll be able to tell the difference because the Flaming Fist wears red cloaks and has a big Flaming Fist symbol. You can't miss them. And then you pass under the bridge and you continue on. And you see off to the right, up on there's some tall cliffs, and up on top of the cliff you see a man like looking regal, looking out towards the ocean. She says that is the founder of the city, Balduran, and that is Balduran looks out to sea. And then you come to the river, and here is This is Baldur's Gate. So
I like how all the buildings are color coded.
yeah, and these are all of the major areas
The painters had a heyday.
of the city. The off to the right, down in the lower right hand corner, would be further east of that would have been the bridge you went under. So, so you come in. The ship comes in and will dock here in the Brampton and in one of these first berths. And as you get off the ship, there is a man, a group of men that come forward. There are 2 Flaming Fist guards with them. So let's do this. So first of all, we're not in Elturel anymore, Baldur's Gate. So I'm going to actually share this with you. So you can access this at any time. It's a detailed map of Baldur's Gate that has far more information than this other one, but like you can see everything, including many of the famous places that you may have heard about.
We're going to be looking for the Akin Celeban or Celeban in the outer city, the caravan master. Where is that on this map?
He is going to be in Blackgate in the upper left.
Say the outer city is way down on the bottom right on the other side of the bridge on your detailed map.
It's actually all areas outside of the city. So Stony Eyes, Tumbledown, Blackgate.
Oh, yep. Now I see the other names.
Okay. Blackgate.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's because Baldur's Gate has it's completely different than, especially from Hill's Edge. Hill's Edge has those big city streets that allow you to like pull carts and stuff through because they want everybody to bring stuff in right to the warehouses. Baldur's Gate has a law that you cannot. Oh, and this is the other thing. I totally forgot about this. You cannot bring into the city. You cannot bring carts, wagons, or horses.
So our horses are going to get horse sick on the boat the whole time because they can't get off.
So what really the thing is they've got it. So here's what you could do. You could get off now and on
Should be
tomorrow,
stable somewhere.
Yeah, the stables. There's stables in either Blackgate or Stony Eyes are where you would want to stable them. Blackgate is where the caravans will gather eventually. So that's where you will be leaving from to head north.
So it pays to try to get our horses over there if we can.
Yep. If we
start asking people on the docks, can we take horses off of the ships here and take them straight outside, or is that illegal?
Nope, absolutely not.
If not, then we get directions on where to take our ship so that we can take the horses out.
Well, so and the captain says, well, I can take you. She's like, and she totally, because I didn't think about the horses until you came in here. If she's like, well, if you want, it's too late because the sun's going down. They're going to close the harbor tomorrow. So one of two things: either you can come, I'll take you out to the area south. So if you look at the map,
I'll just look at Luna as she's the one that's been taking care of the horses on the boat. So,
or she offers to have her people will take the horses to a place in Blackgate and let you know where they are, to a reputable place in Blackgate.
I'd say ask if she could take the horses there.
Is there anybody Elamir would know?
There's places you've used before.
But would they come and get the horses for us and then stable them?
I mean, there's plenty. So because
I'm
of
looking
the
for
way that it's
reputable.
set up, there are reputable. Well, there are tons of porter services in the
Right.
city.
Mhm.
I believe Stony Eyes actually is where there's a huge contingent of half-orc porters that live and work there. But
Nothing wrong with a half orc.
No, the thing the thing to keep in mind about most of the outer city is it is where the poor live, because everyone, including you when you come off, the reason why this group of people walk up to you is because you are not allowed into the city, coming through gates or coming off of ships without paying an entrance fee, which is 1 gold. You have to pay 1 gold piece to enter the city. And that's how they keep the poor from being in the city. So they keep them outside.
Basically, toll roads.
Except for all the people that go poor in the city. Then they're allowed to just stay in as long as they don't leave.
Well,
So they're still poor.
or they probably, or they could get kicked out. This is very much, Baldur's Gate is very much a city run by wealth. It's a plutocracy. You can learn a little more about that next week, I guess. But for now, the main thing is, so she will, unless Alamir, you want to come up with the name of somebody in Blackgate that you would want to keep them at.
You mean the horses?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna bring them to Old Gray. That's who takes care of our horses whenever we come here. Old Gray.
Got it.
It's been coming for years, and oh my God, not only do your horses are well kept, but you usually come back, and if you give them like riding horses, you start getting like war horses back. I mean, it's an amazing horse place.
Oh,
They
yeah.
come back
Only
stronger
maybe
and bigger,
upgrade fee. I mean,
and they
all
usually
you
come
rich
back.
people got those upgrade fees.
They usually
And then
come
they
back
turn
with
into
like
Pegasi, and then you're flying around. I got it.
it is. That's what it is. Old Gray. He's great.
Okay, awesome. Yes, she will take them to Old Gray for you.
He is an illusionist.
So,
Old Gray. Put that in notes.
so in terms of, so the thing is, the entire dock area, and as you came into the bay, there is fog here, and you know that fog sits. It's like San Francisco, like the city sits in fog a great amount of time. So, where would you like to? So here's some ideas. So the lower city, which is Brampton, Eastway, Heapside, the Steeps, Bloomridge, and Sea Tower, that is the lower city. The upper city is where the patriarch, the wealthy, live. Manorborn, Temples, the Wide, and then Citadel. So the lower city is definitely more reasonable in terms of price compared to the upper city. Where would you like to have some options to stay?
Does Alamir or anybody else have contacts here where they've stayed in the past?
Yeah, Alamir has stayed
Wire
here.
miles?
Yeah,
Alamir,
yeah. But what region or area would be the
Elamir
merchant
stays
or?
on the ground.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
He sleeps under trees.
So Alamir probably would have stayed in.
Not the rich area, but
No, but like Alamir
comfortable.
and his father probably would have stayed
Eastway?
in. Well, merchants and wealthy adventurers will stay at the Purple Worm Inn and Tavern up in the upper city.
Okay, there you go.
After our ordeal with worms.
But your father, like that's even like you guys have money, but like not that much money.
What? Okay, so what would it cost for the 6 of us to stay there, and how long are we here before the caravan is leaving?
You're here for at least
You said like 2-3
3
weeks,
days,
right?
at least like another a 10-day.
10-day. Okay, what would the cost be for the 6 of us? You could do 2 in a room if we needed to.
Was Smock also given contacts here?
Yes.
And did we overhear them?
Yes. Probably. Maybe.
Peanut butter.
Jelly.
So
Roll.
I mean, we're talking. It would to stay there for 10 days.
Yeah.
For the 6 of you, you're probably looking at 300 gold.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm cheap.
High price.
I'll find a tree.
Okay, so there's only 5 of us.
Well, no, there's Hef too.
I mean, the most interesting people are going to be in, probably already in Blackgate.
Well, you don't really stay in Blackgate. You could. I mean, you could. So here's some options. So, and I would probably say, Jinx, you've been here before. You probably stayed at the Elf Song Tavern, which is in Northeast Way. So it's up around like right here. The Elf Song Tavern is famous because, I mean, it's a decent place. It's okay food. It's okay lodgings. It's relatively inexpensive. And the cool thing about it is that every night, there is this spectral, ghostly, female elven voice that sings, that you can hear singing very faintly in the background. So it's pretty famous. So also really famous. Not that you were ever told you should go there. In West Heapside, so over by the edge, near the edge of the steeps, is a place called the Blushing Mermaid, which is very well known as a hub of the illicit business. So if you're looking for underworld contacts, that's a good place to go. There's also the Hanged
We all
Man.
glance at Smock when we hear that, since he's not here.
So down here in the Hanged Man, that
I
is.
thought you were going to say it was the Hangry Inn.
No, that's infamous for being the most dangerous establishment on the Sword Coast.
I like your first one. If I have contacts there, I will work my nights for my keep, I guess.
Yeah. The Elf Song Tavern is where a lot of people will stay when they come in. There's, the other two. There's a converted 3-mast ship called the Low Lantern. That's a feast hall, tavern, and gambling house, but there's no rooms there. I thought, wait, where? Yeah, that. So, and finally, just so you know, there is a place in the upper city that isn't as expensive. It's still on the higher end, but it probably would only be maybe 60 gold for the 10 days. If you wanted to stay there, that is the Three Old Kegs. It is considered the most highly rated establishment in the city for the quality of lodgings and food for the price.
So that'd be 60 for all of us, or
Yes.
and
No.
they serve food and everything.
We could probably just find somebody and talk our way into their house and just crash somewhere.
Stables.
For now, I would say I would advise the group to head to the Elf Song Tavern, and I would volunteer to work at nights to kind of pay for my part
Mhm.
to work through it basically, and do it that way while we're in town. Just because it only takes a few hours of your data,
Okay.
whatever.
Very good. So you make your way. Is everybody agreed with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Then you'll make your way to the tavern. You head north up through the city to the north part of Eastway, and you find the tavern pretty easily. As you go along, you do see which you've already actually encountered. But let me share just a couple things here. You do see flaming fist guards walking around.
Since I am an urchin, I know my way around towns and how urban sprawls lay out. I can get us through the city twice as fast as anybody else
Yeah,
when not in
excellent.
combat. You
Oh,
can
that's
travel
perfect.
between any two locations in the city twice as fast as your speed would normally allow you.
Here, and this is the normal watch. So speaking of which, Spot, make a streetwise roll if you would, please. You may not have ever been here, but you do know, I'm sure, know stuff about it. Yeah, that's pretty good. So what you know, Spot, is that while this is a city, the Flaming Fist keeps a tight rein for law and order in the city. But that doesn't mean that, like El Terrell, there isn't tons of illicit business that goes on and a blind eye turned to it or other things considered more important. The core of this city, as long as massive murder isn't being done, is the making of money. And there is a
Well, yeah, they make money by you just coming here. So,
yes, they do.
which is why they have so many guards. They're paid well.
Yeah, actually, the Flaming Fist in particular is the best paid mercenary outfit in the realm. Also, the best trained and most powerful as well.
They actually have Flaming Fist.
No.
Which means I must have heard of them when I was training for City Watch down at the old ones, of just references to the Flaming Fist or something, right?
Yeah, you've heard of the Flaming Fist, absolutely.
Okay.
You also have heard of the Guild. The Guild is the primary criminal organization that controls the majority of illicit activities in Baldur's Gate. Their main things that they do is, black. Let's see, they do.
I hear they're all paladins of Bahamut.
Yeah, I thought I had it here. I guess
Thought it was Tiamat.
somewhere in here. I just don't see it. You also know that the guild was created decades ago, actually over 100 years ago, through a collaboration between the Shadow Thieves of Am and Xanathar's Thieves Guild, and that the guild is supposedly still has ties to both of those organizations. So it is a very powerful, well-connected underworld here.
So if anybody is looking for the underground contacts, I would probably have a good idea of where to go find them for you.
So we're getting jumping up close to 11/10 here. So I would just like to do this. Let's end the evening with one of the other handouts. Actually, I'll give you this. So this is Akin Celaban, right? The person the contact you were given for in Blackgate.
Yep.
And then I'm also going to general handouts and just kind of remind you downtime activities. So you have, if you're going to have a good 10 days and plus a little probably. I think it's actually, I have to calculate it. It's going to be like 12 or 13 total days since you came straight here. But so you have two time frames of downtime work activity that you could do. You can choose to do that in doing one of these, or something else that you may want to focus on. So think about that, and that's how we'll start. We'll go through and begin doing that next week, along with some other whatever exploration you might want to do with the city.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And that's where we will end session 20. 20 weeks, 20 sessions. We made it. So another amazing, fun session. It's my immense pleasure, as always, to run the game.
Well, we made it, but he froze. It's okay. We made it, but he froze.
Did I freeze? I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's my internet connection today. But thank you for playing, gentlemen. So thank you for all who have been watching our episodes. We'll see you next time. Until then, may your life be filled with peace, joy, and love.